tool underneath it, and then it'll have that lip where it does this. This is perfectly fine. And we'll select these. We don't need these. These two, and we're going to dissolve them. Oops. There we go. There we go. So that's nice and flat. That's fine. And then I wonder, I think, looks like it's flat all the way. So then we just have to go back over here, and we gotta bring this face down. We can actually weld these. Bring this down a little bit. It's more flat. And then we will, just so we know we don't have any weird lips right there, we can go ahead and deselect that. Don't get the sew and stitch. Oops. Alright, so that's going to give me issues with how I want to do it, because I want to have my geometry kind of be nice looking. And I'm going to select my weld tool, which is going to go to the back right there. So there's going to be a lot of welding to the back. There we go. However it is, there we go. That's nice. This creates the geometry where it's right there. That's fine right there, because we need this to go up anyways. So there we go. We got that set up. We have our little, yep. Now the next thing we have to do is we have to create another little cut right here. And we'll go ahead and we'll get that loop out as it is. Alrighty. Hold on. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and make our loop right here so that we can indent our object all the way, and I believe it should go across all the way. If not, we might have to do some additional knife tools for that, but let's try to see what we do. Loop. Oh, is it gonna act weird on me? I think I can get it almost all the way around. And actually, I almost don't think I'll have to look at a top view. The bottom view. I think this is the top view. Come on. Load up. So that does go all the way across the top. Okay, cool. That's, and actually these parts don't go across, so we can actually fix this cut that I did over there. No, well this is the bottom. This is the bottom. Let's see if we can find what the top is. I think this is the top. There we go. So these do go across, but it does go across. But we also did see it does go across all the way on the bottom as well. So this is very interesting. And then we can do the plain cuts across right here, so we can fix that stuff. And then we'll eventually do some cuts over here. Looks like this is going to need to be extruded out a little bit. right, this object right here will probably get a boolean and etc. etc. But let's go ahead and do this. This cut right here. So we're going to look at this, and we're going to try to get a cut across this whole thing. Looks like it's going to, we're going to have to probably do, oh, that looks like it'll work. So we'll do a cut. There we go. Awesome. Now we're not going to need to do any extrudes in this part right here because it's already extruded. We're going to try to maybe make it smooth with that. So we're going to go ahead and select our faces. Right there. There we go with this. There we go right there. We don't need to do anything right there. Right here. Right here. Right here. Right here. Right here. Across this whole thing, and it's right here as well. Here is this cut that we have, and we are going to be doing what do we want to do? Let's try the smooth shift. Because it went in, so we just really have to worry about the depth to match it up with this cut right here, which it looks like it is good on the inside, a little bit too much, so we'll see. We'll go, since I haven't clicked off of it, we're going to bring it up a little bit. There we go. Alright, that works good for us. So now that has all of those loops and those cuts right there, perfectly fine. And we'll just select a different tool. Now we want to make sure that we get rid of our faces that we have created on this side, so that whenever we mirror it over, it's going to connect. Something right here, delete. Now for this part, so that it looks like it's going to run into each other, it's not going to be like a mess, what we're going to do is we're going to take this face, we're going to delete it. I'm going to delete this face going down. Alright. This face right here, delete it. This face going down right there. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to select verts that we're going to then this one, and then we want this back one, which is right here. And we're going to weld them. But I'm going to select this back one. Did I have a third one selected? There we go. Now we go. Right, so that's there. And I'm going to select this vert right here, and select this vert right here. We're going to do the weld tool. Bam, in the back. And the exact same thing on this side. I have to get a different selection, a different look. Nope, I want this vert. Alright, just selecting the one I want. Nope, I want this one. Nope, this one, come on. Select it. Select it. There we go. So there's that. And then we need the back vert right there. We're going to get the weld. Click on this back one. I don't have to go like in here. So that highlights. Bam. Selected. Awesome. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and select this one right here, select that one, and then we're going to weld these together right there. Alrighty. So that's a nice path that we have for here. I don't think we need this geometry, so we could always do something like where we, sew these edges down here, because we can always I'll take a look at it when I get to that part, because eventually, if we wanted to get rid of these edges, we could sew them together here, and then somewhere inside this rivet we could eventually bring this line to be part of this line, so that you would only have like additional geometry up here, and then we could hide it being combined inside this little crevice where you're not going to see it. So that way, if there's any like weird flickering or anything like that, you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so now that we have that all the way around, we are pretty set up so far for that. But we'll see, we're gonna bring this out a little bit, this back part. So we might have to bring in this top view as well. So we're going to download this. Alright, save it. There we go. There we go. I have it in the folder over here. Bring it into Photoshop that we have. Bam. Alright, and then what we're going to do, we're going to do the same thing that we did over here. And I'm going to try to line it up. Okay, that's fine, we'll just place it. Alright, so I'm going to try to line it up with this particular object. So should be fine width-wise. So I might have to shrink it down a little bit so that the widths are the same. That looks pretty spot on. And then this should also, if I want to double check that this is on, if I rotate this around 90 degrees, that should be the same thickness. Oh, let's rotate around the other way so that we have the back on one side. Yep, that's the same thickness. Escape. So this is good. Turn that off, turn this one off, and then make this one. And we'll just try to make this a flat or a straight edge right here as well. For the most part, that's fine where it was. This picture is just like, unfortunately I didn't take it like 100% correctly, so it's gonna be a lot of playing around with trying to get these edges. There we go. That looks, I mean, hopefully it's not going to mess up too much, but that is a pretty flat line. It's just reference photo, so I mean, if it doesn't work all the way, so I'm going to go ahead and save this as a JPEG. I'm going to save this as top boombox. That's fine. We're going to save this whole file. Save as boombox ref images.